In this course, since we cannot meet face-to-face, we will collaborate online to analyze and think critically about the stories and poems and plays that we're going to read. Here's how this whole thing is going to work. After reading a work of literature, each group of 6 students will work together on a shared Google Slides file, focusing on the aspect of that work that I assign. When working on the slides, you should create a chat box to discuss your work as you're working. You may also work at the same time, synchronously, or separately, asynchronously. It is helpful to work synchronously if it's possible to coordinate your schedules. Early on, you'll need to determine who in the group will take the lead. That person will coordinate activities, make sure things are done on time, just generally keep everything moving. You may want to split up the work in several possible ways. You could have each person taking on one slide and then doing everything for that one slide. That way, each person in the group has one slide each. All members can collaborate on all the slides at the same time, dividing up the task for building the slide. Some could do the writing, while others might find appropriate graphics or other things. Or maybe there's a way to organize that I haven't thought of and you can come up with it. Be creative. For example, for our seminar on young Goodman Brown, one group will examine the plot of the story and consider questions like, who is the protagonist, the main character, and what does he or she really want? Who is the antagonist, the support character, or force, or the force that works against the protagonist's desire? How does this conflict develop over specific events in the rising action of the story? What are the main events? When do we find out whether the protagonist gets what he or she wants? That's the climax. What happens after the climax, during the falling action? Is there a moment when, as the reader, you suddenly clearly see what the point of the story is? In this case, the group would make 6 slides, an introduction slide, and then one slide to answer each of these 5 questions, although the number of slides may vary. The content of the slides would include, on the introduction slide, a clear statement of the name of the work of literature, the name of the author, and a topic for your group's slides, the topic that you're covering. Also on the introductory slide should be the names of the students who contribute to this slideshow. On each of the subsequent slides, information should be there to address the questions in the topic I give the group. Other considerations for your slides. Well, first they should be visually appealing. Decide on a theme. You can do this by clicking the slide tool on the top of the screen, and then at the bottom of the menu it brings up, click Change Theme. And to the right of the screen, you'll see a column with a number of themes that you can choose from. You can play with it until you see the one that looks right. Follow the directions from this point on until you have finally imported the theme. How do you like the one I chose for this slideshow? Your slide should be informative and deal with the question at hand. They may include quotes if that's going to help get your idea across, and you may want to incorporate images if that will help your presentation.